Good morning, guys. Dr. Tim Puckett with Puckett Physical Therapy here. So I wanted to talk to you about ACL prevention. Is ACL prevention effective? So ACL prevention is doing exercises to try and prevent having an ACL injury. But does it work? A lot of times we think, well, injuries happen, accidents happen. If I get hit, then my knee twists and I tear my ACL. There's nothing I can do about that. Or, if I'm skiing and I crash, I tear my ACL, there's nothing I can do about that. Accidents happen. But here's the thing. 70% of ACL injuries are non-contact injuries. What does that mean? That means that 7 out of 10 ACL tears didn't occur because you got hit, or they didn't occur because you crashed. They occurred when you go to cut or plant or jump and the knee gives way and you tear your ACL. 70% occur this way. So you would think, man, that's a high percentage, and it is. So there's got to be something that we can do about it then, right? There is. ACL prevention programs. A study, kind of the highlight of this talk here this morning. A study came out last month. It was a review of all of the current research that has looked at effectiveness of ACL prevention programs. So this is a meta-analysis. So they're looking at a bunch of different studies and they're compiling data from those studies. This showed that we can reduce ACL injuries by 50% just by doing ACL prevention exercises. 50%. It also showed that in females, we can reduce non-contact ACL tears in females by 67% just by doing ACL prevention exercises. Pretty incredible, right? If we can reduce our risk by 50 to 70%, that is huge. I mean, we talk about when you tear an ACL, you're done for the season. You're going to miss an entire year. There's a large cost to tearing your ACL. You've got surgical costs and rehab costs that are thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So we're talking saving time, saving money. Not to mention there are psychosocial factors involved with tearing your ACL. If you're not able to compete in the sport that you love, or be participating with your friends in the sport that you love, there are potential emotional injuries that occur there as well. That's not something that we should take lightly. So there are a lot of reasons that we should spend just a little bit of time trying to prevent an ACL injury. So how do we do it? What is an ACL prevention program? Well, there are a whole lot of things included in an ACL prevention program. We certainly want to improve our balance. We want to improve our strength. We want to improve our proprioception, which is our ability to know where a joint is in space. So if I'm making a cut, I need to know where my knee is so that I can react in the appropriate way to cut. Jump training, landing training, mechanics of all that are very, very important in ACL prevention. So there is a lot that goes into it. It really takes an expert to guide you in the proper ways to train in order to prevent an ACL injury. So I want to give you a few exercises right now that you can start today that will help with your training, that will be the very first step in implementing an ACL prevention program. So let me show you those right now. Dynamic warm-up. Dynamic warm-up is key before any sports activity. So the first thing you want to do, walk for 3 minutes, a light jog for 3 to 5 minutes. Do something to get your blood flowing. But here is the dynamic warm-up that you need to perform. Static stretching, throwing your foot up on something, reaching forward. This isn't going to cut it. Standing here trying to touch your toes for 10 seconds, that's not going to cut it. That actually decreases your ability to perform immediately after. So, dynamic warm-ups, dynamic stretches. First one I would start with, walking knee to chest. Pull that knee to your chest. You're going to stretch glute, proximal hamstring, and you can walk backwards. Walking knee to chest. All right. And you can cover about a 10-yard distance with these. Next, let's do a walking quad stretch. Pull that heel towards your butt. Reach up with your opposite hand. And notice we're not holding these very long, but we're getting a good dynamic stretch with this. This is how our muscles perform in activity anyway. If I'm going out to play football, am I ever requiring my quad to stay in this position for 10 to 30 seconds in a game of football? Absolutely not. But quick movements occur. All right, how about a dynamic hamstring stretch? Simply kicking up towards your hands. You can do this walking backwards as well. Now with this one, you want to make sure that you're not compensating with your back. Don't throw a big lunge forward to reach your fingertips. Keep that back straight. Kick that foot straight up. All right, so there are 3 dynamic stretches that you can start with. There are plenty more, but start with those. And keep in mind that ACL prevention is very, very important. If you want more info about ACL prevention, go to puckettpt.com, PUCKETTPT.com. Look for the form that you can fill out to ask questions. Or you can just email me directly, tim@puckettpt.com. Thanks for listening, guys.